Hey everyone, Eric here and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to do a very new type of video, and this is episode 1 of a 4-part series which I will show to you the tips and tricks to each mission in each of the 4 scenarios, one episode for one scenario. But anyways, let us start on the Axis one first. So Blitzkrieg, relatively easy. What you want to do is, if you don't have good troops, you want to rely on your ally, make him help you a little bit, and that should win you the mission. And on Fall Guild, cause things are a little bit more complicated, but usually what I would do is to, as you can see here, usually what I would do is to move some troops here, and in case France does break through my allies' defenses, I can attack France back, and I also attack Denmark and Norway at the same time using our forces right here. And yeah, that's about it for Fall Guild. So on to the next one, which is Sea Lion. Okay, so here is Sea Lion, and what we want to do now is, you see this cruiser right here, we want it to buy as much time as possible while our army heads south and destroy the British and French troops. And yep, that if not, the Brits, they're gonna be a pesky punk, and they will attack you from the rear if you move your cruiser out of the way. But once you take care of the enemy in the south, you can focus all of your resources on invading the British Isles, and yeah, and that should usually win you the mission. So remember, keep your cruiser in top-notch condition and you should be alright for this mission. But anyways, let us go on to the next one, which is Balkans campaign. So here's Balkans campaign. So what we want to do here is to move our forces right here like this and attack Yugoslavia. And you see the Brits right here occupying the Crimea. Romania will try and take care of it. If they can't take care of it, place some troops on the Yugoslav border with Romania, because if the Brits capture Bucharest, the Romanians are done for. But anyways, once we take care of the Brits army, and once we head down south and defeat Yugoslavia, we will encounter Greece, which is much stronger than its Yugoslav counterpart. And what we want to do here is to use this guy, his only advantage right here. We want to use the commander right there and take away Greece's fighting ability. And once we take care of Greece, we may want to, in the meantime, you want to maybe airstrike and bomb the Greek forces in case they really get too overpowered, and once we take care of Greece, there's only the Royal Navy to take care of. Those should be easy because the other Italian general, Graziani, will be taking care of them, and they would have sunk like this destroyer and perhaps even this cruiser right here. But if they don't, you can use this guy again or an airport, to attack, and that should win you the mission. Yeah. So what you want to do in North Africa, you don't want to attack the British head on. We would want to move on and take out Australia and Greece, which is considerably weaker than the British. So after we take care of those Australian and Greek forces right there, we can swing north and take Cairo and destroy the British army in North Africa. That should be easy. And in case the Brits do advance into like these parts right here, move in some of your troops and attack, and that should usually win you the mission. So now this is the 6th Axis mission, Barbarossa. And what we want to do here is to move this guy up like this, and and then after that we want to use our armored cars to attack this artillery, and then use our tank. Tanks don't tanks will still remain the movement ability after they destroy an enemy like this. So you can see it's still one movement point, and what we want to do here is to move our second armored car up like this and attack, then use our tank again to attack and attack, and then we want to move our stuff up like this. And if this guy really gets into a little bit of condition right here. Okay, we can't use ace forces, but you may want to put a defend up right here. Let your allies take this Guderian right here, take Minsk, and then you want to slowly push on to Moscow, fighting a defensive war, destroying their infantry, and then moving forward slowly. That should win you the mission. And once you take Moscow, you can move north, help Finland, move south to help your allies right here, and that would win you the mission. And of course, forgotten to say this, place some forces right here in case these guys, Rokossovsky's army, may break through, and yeah, those forces will act as a buffer for them to, stop them from capturing Warsaw. Yeah. So onto Tora, the first Japanese mission. So what we want to do here is to avoid attacking the American Navy head on. We want to use our aircraft carrier to attack, and we want to take Hawaii first before we take Midway. You can try the other way, but I prefer taking Hawaii first because it really takes up their income and the ability to buy units. And once you take Hawaii, it should be only a matter of time before you take Midway. So yeah. Anyways, on to the next one, South Asia War. Easy peasy. You want to attack the Philippines, and you can attack the Philippines, and you will do one of the two. Either you move down into Australia or you attack Sumatra head on. Both are possible. For me, I prefer attacking Sumatra head on because it really provides me with a base to attack Java, Papua New Guinea, Borneo, and Australia. But once we take Sumatra and Philippines, we will want to pincer and attack, defeating the American forces in Papua New Guinea, and then Java and Borneo will soon be yours. And now we are only left with Australia, which is easy peasy as well. So yeah. So China, Burma, India theater, the second last Axis mission, and the last one we get to play as the Japanese. And what we want to do here, we are outnumbered 3-1. So yep, the Chinese have a ton of forces. Especially this guy is going to be a little bit of a pain in the neck. So what we want to do is to entrench here and let the Chinese army wear out before we counterattack and take Chongqing. Then as for the British and Indian troops in the Indian subcontinent, what we want to do is to we want to take this guy here, and then you would want to play another defensive war. India wouldn't be much of a problem. It's the Brits that will be much of a problem because they have this guy right here. India, their forces, when they buy forces, they don't even have the defense art. Even when they buy a freaking infantry, it's just a normal freaking infantry. So yeah, after we take this, if you still have one movement point left, feel free to attack that artillery, take it out a little bit, and then what we want to do is to play a defensive war, let the Brits wear out, as I said before, with the Chinese, and then we want to slowly move on into Mumbai. And once we capture Mumbai and Chongqing, the Chinese and British, which are our main problems right here, will be done for. India, easy peasy. So yeah. So we are on to the final Axis mission, and the final one I will talk about in this episode. So what we want to do, we have control of Quebec right here. So we want to take Ottawa by the first turn. If you don't, smack yourself on the head because the Canadians are just going to throw everything they got at you. So anyways, once we take Ottawa, slowly move west and south to capture New York, Washington, And then for these forces, we don't want them to do anything. Instead, what we want to do is to use a rocket launcher and attack their forces, And so this guy will be your greatest help once again. So, yep, let him be the main force in capturing, New York and Washington. It will help a lot. And once we take these two cities, move west and south, to capture these parts. And once we take Chicago, just continue moving west until, you reach the Pacific. And as for the Canadians, they are weak as well. So once we get to Ontario right here, we want to move west and north to attack. And once we defeat America, the Canadians should only be left with these parts right here. Capture that, defeat the American forces in Alaska, and usually Alaska would have been taken by the Canadians. So yeah, but anyways, once we defeat the Allied forces in America, in Alaska, that will be it, and we will win the mission. And yeah, so anyways, I hope you have enjoyed watching this tip thingy, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking a little bit too fast. But anyways, I hope you have enjoyed the video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and of course, have a nice day and goodbye.